Let's go ahead and make our model so we can actually make some dummy data in order to populate our view. Before we begin, I'm going to select all these 4 views that we have created, right click, new group from selection. I'm going to put everything nicely in the folder so it's easier for us to navigate. So I will call this presentation. Right, and let's create another new group and call this model. Okay, and I'm going to move the model under my presentation. So in model, I'm going to say Command N and create a Swift file and call this drink. All right, we are going to create a struct called drink, and my drink is going to conform to codable and identifiable protocols. Codable because we want to save it to our Firebase, so we will use automatically encoding and decoding, and identifiable because it's easier to work when we have our lists. So let's create our items here. So we say let ID is a type of string, let name is a type of string, let description is a type of string, then we have image link is a string, and we also need a price. It's going to be a double. And finally, we need to put it into some category. So we are going to create an enum with all the type of categories we are going to support, and then we will make it as a category. So I will say let category is of type category, which of course doesn't exist yet. So let's create it here. And this is going to conform to string. So we will have case hot, cold, soft drinks. And now there are no more errors. You can separate your enum by comma, or you can put them actually on a different line and call them each case. I'm going to keep it short to one line, so I will use commas here. All right. So there is one more thing we need to add here. Let's see. This because we have category here and we are conforming to codable, so our category should conform to codable as well. And let's also conform to hashable because we are going to need that later on. There is one more thing I want to add to my drink, which is a variable that is going to be calculated on a runtime, and call this image link. Actually, image URL sounds better because it's type of URL and it's an optional. And we're going to create a URL from a string, which is our image link, and we're going to return that. So this is our drink model setup. So right now we can go and create some dummy data that we can use. So we will create some dummy drinks. So I'm going to keep that in my model, command the Swift file, call this dummy data. And let's create a struct of dummy data, and this will have a static let drinks, which is going to be an array of drink objects, and we are going to initialize it here. So let's create a drink. We have this nice initializer from our struct. So the ID, I'm going to say UUID, and let's get a string name. I have some drinks ready actually, so I'm going to copy paste because I don't want to type a lot because we are just repeating the same thing here over and over again. So this is just each drink object we are going to write here and put some price. This is some description that I got from Google. The images I am using are from pixabay.com. So if we go to our Pixabay website, okay, there are some royalty-free pictures that you can use. You can choose anything you want as long as you also write the name of the author of each picture. So my pictures are here. So you need to quote who are the authors as long as you are using their images for free. This is just a course and we're not going to use the images on production application. For some reason it doesn't open the link when I passed it here, but if you search for cappuccino here, it will bring you a lot of options, and I think this is the one in mine, which doesn't have a username here anyway to code. But yeah, any images you use, just make sure that you say thank you to the person who took them, or just quote their names. I will have a short description of each person in the text later on in the course. All right, so we have each drink here. I can pause the video here. You can pause it actually and go over if you want to, or just get your own pictures that you want to use. And some of them are category hot. I have 2 on each category, 2 hot, 2 cold, and 2 of them are soft drinks. So this will be our dummy drinks that we are going to use.